Well, good morning, everybody, or good afternoon or evening, whenever you're seeing this. It's Tuesday, so you know what that means. It's story time. I've got a good story for you today, but before we get into the story, I want to welcome you to the family reunion that's coming up this Saturday from 11 to 6 at the Moore Family Farm. And you can come at 11, but we're planning to eat at noon. And you just need to bring a covered dish to share, and your lawn chair or blanket to sit on. The meat and drinks will be provided. We're going to have a good time, fellowship, getting together. Since the governor has said we're in stage 5 now, we can do that. So we're looking forward to that. But if you're planning on coming, it's very important that you either call the church office or send a message to the port office at gmail.com to let us know that you're coming. We wouldn't want to let you not have a burger or a hot dog. So please let us know if you're coming and you haven't done that yet. All right. Today's story time is hopefully going to be funny to you. All right? I have a few things to share with you. It's called Here's Your Sign. And here's your sign right here, okay? Here's your sign. All right. A man wrote a check for $400. And he went into the bank, presented it to the bank teller, and said, "I would like this back in large bills." The teller said, "Sir, I'm sorry, but all of our bills are the same size." Here's your sign. All right. Well, a couple went to the car dealership. They'd been shopping around for a new car. They finally found one they liked, and they bought it. When the dealer got looking around for the keys to the car they'd just bought, he found that accidentally they'd been locked inside the new car. So he told them to head back to the service department, and a mechanic back there would be trying to get the car unlocked. So they did. They went back to the service department. The mechanic was back there. I don't know if his name was Scooter or not, but anyway, the service guy, the mechanic, was back there, and he was feverishly working on the driver's side door, trying to get it unlocked. Well, it was taking him quite a bit of time, so while he was doing that, the man who had just bought the car went around the car looking it all over, and he happened to try the passenger side door. Well, he did, and guess what? It opened right up. It was unlocked. And so he says to the mechanic, "Hey, you don't have to do that because this side's already unlocked." He says, "Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to get this side unlocked." Here's your sign. That probably wasn't Scott. He's smarter than that. All right. Well, John Smith, we'll call him, was having trouble with his garage door. It was not opening and shutting correctly when he pushed the button. And so he called a repairman to come and look at his garage door. The man got to looking around and at the motor that opens and shuts the garage door, and he found out that the garage door had a motor on it that opened it and shut it, 1/2 horsepower motor. And so he got to looking around. He said, "Well, what you need is a 1 horsepower motor. You need more power." And the homeowner said, But sir, that doesn't seem right. A 1/2 horsepower is more than a 1/4 horsepower motor. And the guy said, well, no, it's not. 4 is more than 2. Here's your sign. And you better call a different mechanic, repairman. All right. Well, I've actually had this happen. Maybe you have too. Hopefully not. But a grandmother went into McDonald's with her granddaughter. They weren't real hungry. Whatever they bought, it only cost $4.25. So she gave the teenager behind the cash register a $5 bill and a quarter. Well, the teenager said, I'm sorry, but I can't give you change for this. So the teenager called for the manager. The manager came out, and the lady, the grandmother, explained that her meal was $4.25, and she'd given the teenager a $5 bill and a quarter. And so the manager scratched his head and looked at things and then gave her back $1.75. Well, here's your sign. Maybe you should go eat somewhere else. All right. Well, I heard this, I think on Facebook, but it's so funny. And I wish I could just play it. It'd be even funnier. But this lady calls into this radio program complaining that the highway department needs to come out and move the deer crossing sign from the side of the road, because too many deer are getting hit out by her driveway, because the deer are crossing there and they're getting hit by cars. Well, she was complaining that if they didn't come out and move the sign so that the deer knew where to cross, they would continue to be hit. So she was complaining that if the sign was moved somewhere else, then of course the deer could read the sign and they would know to cross in a better spot. Well, here's your sign. All right. Here's another one. I like this one. You know, Mike Bartlett, he's a real nut when it comes to fishing. Well, he's got this really nice bass that he caught on the wall of his house. And he had some friends over one time. Of course, I don't know how good of friends they were, but he had these people over. Let's just say it that way. He had these friends over, and one of them says to him, "Hey, Mike, did you catch that fish hanging there on the wall?" Mike says, "No, it just jumped up out of the bathtub and it's just landed there." Here's your sign. Well, here's a little more serious one, but it's still, well, you'll see. Jesus Christ was gathering the crowds together there on the mountainside, and he was talking to them, and it was getting late, and no one had a chance to run down to the local 7-Eleven or Burger King or wherever to get anything to eat for supper. Of course, there wasn't any of those back then. You know that, right? If not, here's your sign. All right. Well, we know Jesus fed 5,000 men and probably more women and children with 5 loaves and 2 fish. And there were 12 baskets of leftovers. Now, if you don't know that, then here's your sign, because you must not believe in Jesus. All right, this one is a little simpler. In the Bible, it tells us several times in several places, Jesus Christ is coming back. So if you think that Jesus Christ is not coming back, well, here's your sign. All right, we'll finish up on a humorous note here. There was a big office complex where they hired quite a few summer interns. And one of the interns that they hired was really doing a pretty good job until one day she ran out of typing paper. She asked her coworker what she should do because she was on her last, about to use her last sheet of typing paper. And the coworker said, well, just go to the copy machine and you can find some more there. So the intern took her last remaining sheet of paper, blank paper, put it in the copy machine and made 10 more copies. Here's your sign. All right, last one. A couple of people were walking along the beach, and they were having just a nice little walk along the beach, enjoying the sun setting and the waves coming up against the beach, and it was an enjoyable time. And then one of them said, hey, look, there's a dead bird. And the other person looks up and says, where? Here's your sign. All right. Well, that's the story time for today. I hope it made you chuckle, broke a smile on your face. You know, a smile on your face really is a lot better than a frown. So keep that smile on your face. And hey, don't forget about the family reunion coming up Saturday. And make sure you let us know you're coming if you haven't already. We will see you next week. Thanks a lot for joining us today. Bye.